Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Lori Rodmaker, who is here on behalf of the Women's Christian Connection. Well, welcome. How are you?
It's great, Lisa. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. And I know you guys have some great activities coming up, and we've been talking a lot about all these different luncheons that you have. And I like the fact that you have a different theme every time. So that's kind of nice.
Yes, we like to have a theme that's special to that particular month. And this month, it's Thankful for Freedom. We're celebrating Thanksgiving, where we give thanks for our blessings. And most of us give thanks for our blessings every day, but mostly on Thanksgiving. And we're also thankful for our veterans. We celebrate Veterans Day on the November 11th, and we want to give thanks to our veterans for their sacrifices for our freedoms.
That's a wonderful idea. In fact, like you said, I think everybody is going to be saying thanks for all of the things that you mentioned, and freedom is very important. And that's where all of our veterans come in, because they fight for our freedoms on a regular basis. So I love that idea. All right, let's talk a little bit about the event itself. It's going to be on Tuesday, November 16th at 11:30 at Clubhouse 5. What do you have planned?
Well, I want to first say just briefly that we're affiliated with Stonecroft Ministries, and they are an organization that is founded over 80 years ago. And we are a local club. They have clubs all over the United States and some even all over the world. But our particular club was founded over 40 years ago. It was founded by Phyllis Heflin. And many people know Phyllis because her Heflin Realtor Group has been active and way back when it was Leisure World and selling real estate. And she and her husband and her daughter are still active in that. And Phyllis is still active in our club 40 years later. She comes to all of our luncheons, and she is just a jewel. So we are happy to have a place where people can come and meet other women from Laguna Woods Village. And some have really had lifelong friendships, because of their involvement in our club.
Oh, that is great. Yeah, you have been around. The organization's been around a long time, and I think it's really a nice way, like you mentioned, to get to know people and participate in some very nice activities. So in terms of the luncheon, now it is called, like you said, Freedoms. It's Thankful for Freedoms. What are some of the features that you're having at the luncheon?
Okay, we have a special feature and a guest speaker, and our special feature I think people will really like. We have Tim LeBlanc, who's with a group called Four Paws, Four Patriots. Four Paws, Four Patriots, and his group trains service dogs for veterans. They've had studies that show that veterans who may suffer from PTSD or other problems, they have really benefited from having these service dogs that are specially trained to help them through the challenges that they have. So he's going to be bringing along one of his dogs, and he's going to be explaining the training that they go through so that they can help the veterans. So I think that's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's nice. A lot of people do participate, not necessarily just this one, but a variety of different organizations who train these types of animals. And it's a great, and in fact, I had some pictures some time ago where I believe it was this organization that did show up with one of their dogs. And everybody just enjoys animals in general, but the fact that they're so special, they're training them for a specific purpose is really exciting. Oh, that's so fun. That's awesome.
I think we're really going to enjoy that. And then we have a guest speaker. Her name is Gerda Kuykendall. We're really celebrating the sacrifices that veterans have made for our freedoms, but we're also aware that civilians make sacrifices too in war, not only just the family members of the soldiers, but also other civilians. And so she is going to share her story of her triumph over the hardships of war. So that should be very, very interesting to hear her share her story.
Yeah, that being in war is not anything anyone would like, that is for sure. And then, we also had those 13 soldiers who were, killed overseas. And then you wonder about those poor families. I mean, all of the veterans' families, it's tough. It
really is tough. Yeah, we don't really appreciate the families as much as we should, because they're involved in sacrificing too for our freedoms.
Exactly. All right. So if someone wanted to participate with the luncheon, it's a $20 per person, and that includes everything, the speakers and the buffet itself, correct?
Yes, the buffet lunch. The buffet lunch is catered by Martinez Catering. Tomas Martinez has been catering for us for many years, and he always makes just really wonderful food. So the $20 does cover the luncheon and also the special feature, the dog and training and also our speaker. We did want to. I need to be totally clear with people that we used to charge less for our luncheons, and our costs have gone up quite a bit. And I know everybody is hurting from inflation. Our cost of everything that we buy has gone up, and so we didn't want to raise the amount that we charge, but we really had to. And we still feel like people are getting a pretty good benefit for that amount of money. So we hope that people will come, and we hope that you'll call Chris for reservations. Chris's phone number is on our flyers, and will also be in the Globe article. We need to get a good count for how many people are coming so that Tomas will make enough food for us. We've never run out of food, but we want to be sure we have a good count. And of course, you don't have to pay in advance. And if the last minute you can't come, that's fine, but please do call and make reservations. We would appreciate that.
What kind of food will you be serving?
I don't know. He always surprises us, It's always good,
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if it was a traditional Thanksgiving fare or if you guys were going to have some other.
I'm betting there's going to be turkey.
Oh, good. Well, that's great. And hopefully people will contact Chris that they get a reservation in. And then not just, you don't just have the luncheons, but you also have Bible classes.
Yes. We have two Bible classes. Val is teaching one on Wednesdays and LaRoyce on Tuesdays. And I wanted to say something about the Bible study. When we were in lockdown for all those months, we couldn't meet in person, so we went to a Zoom. Mm-hmm. We had Zoom meetings to have a Bible study, and that was actually turned out very well. And when we opened back up, there are a lot of people that wanted to continue on with Zoom. And so we continued on with that, but then some people wanted to meet in person. So we also have an in-person Bible study on Thursdays each week. And we're meeting in the home of Phyllis Heflin, actually. She's been gracious enough to open up her home to us. Nice. So you can either do Zoom or you can do in person.
That's a good transition. You get the best of both worlds. And when people start to feel more comfortable, then they could certainly switch over as best as they can. So that's awesome. Well, it sounds wonderful. Of course, you always have the great luncheons every month, and this month is no different. So good luck to you guys, and thank you for sharing the information.
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks so much. We hope to see you on November 16th.
Okay. Thank you. And we'll be right back after this.